Greetings, gamers. Gurk here with something a little bit different than what I've done before. This is going to be a build makeover video. I have not been happy with the performance of this build. I'm going to show you what it's set up as right now. My specials, and yeah, what rads and master infiltrator. I'm going to get rid of that right off the bat. And we're not. I don't think I'm going to do follow through. He's going to be. Well, he is going to be a. He's supposed to be a bow and arrow or crossbow sniper, and then a melee fighter. This is my savage character, is what I call him. He doesn't use any guns or high technology stuff like power armor. He's just kind of like a tribesman, or like, you know, a Native American or medieval person that just doesn't understand, you know, modern weaponry. Right? Doesn't have any interest in it. Maybe he's phobic of it. Kind of like anti-Brotherhood of Steel. He's like afraid of technology that, you know, helped destroy the world. So also what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be changing his regular perks quite a bit too. And one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to try to streamline my inventory and decide on what my main weapons are going to be. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that Berserker's Deathclaw Gauntlet as one of my main weapons, and then the Stanley Super Sledge. But I'll see if I can re-roll that into something better. Okay, well, for starters here, I'm going to go ahead and pick out some melee damage increasing perks, because that's one of the areas where the build has really been underperforming. Is he's just not hitting hard enough with his melee weapons. I guess you could say generally if he doesn't kill something from range with a bow, then he wants it to be softened up. It'll be softened up, and then he'll finish it off with melee as it gets closer. So, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to do primarily unarmed or primarily slugger. So I'm going to do a little experimenting and try both of them. So that's why I'm taking Iron Fist 3, and then I'm just taking Slugger 1, Expert Slugger, and Master Slugger, each to 1. So that would give me a total of plus 30% damage on Slugger weapons. Now, if I end up having defensive problems, what I believe I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to change. I'm not going to worry about doing weapon-specific damage, and I'm going to do what I call a just general melee build, which is going to be Incisor at rank 3, Martial Artist at rank 3, and Blocker at rank 3. So then I'll have my defense, my extra speed, melee weapons will weigh less, and they'll have armor penetration. So I figured that covers me pretty much, and those are good on all melee weapons. So that's why I call that just a general melee build. But if it's not performing, if I can still tank things pretty well, then I'll try to increase my damage. So I'm also going to be throwing grenades. That's going to be my other ranged attack besides the bow and arrow or crossbow. Yeah, I'm thinking I may not end up using Chem Fiend. Fireproof is, even though it sounds like it's kind of bugged right now and not working that well, I'm still going to leave it in the build. Okay, I've got to have demolitions at rank 3. And let's go ahead and pick up, gotta have field surgeon. That's going to be very important for staying alive. Because I'm going to be in a lot of up close and personal combat. So I need my stim packs and other meds to like work faster. Mostly the stim packs. So as you can see, I have first aid at rank 3 to get the most out of my stim packs. Born Survivor also at rank 3 so that I don't run the risk of getting too low and dying too often before that triggers and gives me one of the extra super stim packs on account of first aid. I thought about doing Ironclad, but I think instead I'm going to go with Life Giver. Just have more health in general would be good. So let's go ahead and plug that in. I'm largely happy with my special distribution, so I'm probably not really going to mess with that too much. It's just the overhaul really required primarily just a change in some of the perks, a change in some of the equipment. And I think that should be enough, along with, a slight change to legendary perks. I was taking my blocker in case I end up needing to switch to that. If I need a little more defense, then I'll drop the extra damage from the melee weapons and just go on more defense and general melee. Don't need that there. And I'm not really going to worry about, I don't think, critical savvy either. But we'll leave it on there for the now. Thinking about 4-leaf clover. There's give each hit a chance to, another chance to like fill the critical meter, which can be kind of nice if you're counting on doing a lot of critical damage. Oh, I'm also going to be overhauling my mutations as well. So I'm going to end up using starch genes after I get my my mutations reset. Fortunately, I have picked up a little supply of some mutations serums. I usually like to grab those whenever I come across a vendor that has them for like 200, 300 or less. I usually like to buy a few. Alright, we're just going to go with just general extra damage. I think that should help. It'll help all damage. Okay, yes, we have the anti-armor Stanley. My idea here was to have a fast weapon, a medium weapon, and a heavy weapon. And that's what I have on my quick wheel. I'm going to go down here and do a little re-rolling and messing with some equipment, and then I'll be back. Alright, I've made a few changes. Now I'm going to do my first test of my revised build and see how it performs. It's very important to do field testing to see if your changes are giving you the desired result. And I'm not going to immediately go for the super mutants. I think first off, actually, I just kind of want to see how I do against some elemental based enemies. So we'll go against the assortment of floaters here. See how fast I take them down with that anti-armor Stanley. He went down pretty quick. And see if I'm gonna stay alive from their attacks. It's taking a little longer than what I'd like to kill him. Ooh, that was a good hit though. That was 2 swings. Alright. They basically got killed too fast before they really got to do much of their elemental attacks on me. So let's go ahead and let's take on some super mutants. Let's do a little buff. A little more damage. It's 2 hits, 3 swings on that one. Now I think as I get going with the adrenaline, they should go down faster. Got 3 swings for that one. That one's taking 4, I think, because the other one interfered. Usually the dogs go down in 1 or 2. Oh, that one's actually taking a little longer. My health is... okay. My Born Survivor kicked in there and saved me. Okay. Oh, and here's a little melee tip for people that I figured out. If you're running, if you're sprinting at an enemy and you hit the melee attack button, even just like the regular melee attack button, it automatically, because you're sprinting, considers that to be a power attack. Which I think makes sense, so that's cool. So you don't have to worry about timing a melee heavy attack. It'll just automatically make it damage-wise, it makes it a heavy attack. So it's fun to do charging attacks on enemies, I found. Right, so that's pretty good. I think it could still be a bit better though, but it's definitely an improvement over what it was at before, where I think it was taking me more like 4 or 5 swings to kill them, and that was just way too slow. Alright, now I'm going to test out a couple of my bows. First off, I'm going to try to use this Juggernaut's with aim damage increase bow, first off. 227, 227. Yeah, that was like some mosquito that stung me, wasn't it? Okay, he's dead. Like 4 arrows. It's 3 with critical. And that was a miss. Ooh, 422, that was a nice hit. And he's down. So looks like mostly 2 or 3 arrows is taking things down. So actually very similar effectiveness to the melee damage. That would have been so sweet if it would have hit. Okay, there was another hit. So there's 2 hits on him, and 3. He's dead. Point blank range there. That was a 2 hit. Probably because my adrenaline had gone up. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more range testing. This time I'm going to use my other primary bow, which is a Zealots with explosive arrows. And since I'm taking on some Scorched, I want to see if I can more easily put them down with ideally one shot. I think since it's a Zealot's bow plus explosive, I think we should have better results than we did with the Super Mutants. Yep, see that would have been 1 kill. He was almost dead. Maybe I should have taken Psycho Buff and gotten a little bit extra damage from that. Probably would have one-shot him, but okay, there we go. Just a little bit of adrenaline and, headshot. That should be about all we need to do for them. They'll mostly be... Oh, wow, he actually survived. Okay, 2 shots on him. 1 shot on him. Yeah, I think we need to get a little bit more damage output, so in order to get the 1-shot kills more consistently. I'm thinking probably Psycho Buff. Oh, miss. Alright, let's try that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Range to soften them up, and then melee damage to finish them off. And that first one that I attempted that combo on did not work so well. Okay, good. We got 1 shot on that turret, but this one took 2. Okay, 1 shot. Funny how that arrow bounced up in the air and then came back down. Okay. Clear that turnip. I think there's another one over here. This guy. Okay, 1 shot at him. See if we can get a 1 shot on the one on the roof. No, looks like it's going to be 2 shots on him. Alright, now what I'm going to do here is I want to do a little bit of testing with the Deathclaw Gauntlet. So I'm going to change my perks over to Iron Fist. And I'm going to need to upgrade that. But I guess we could just see how it does right now. Just comparing some damage numbers. Double check that. Let's go ahead and throw the Slugger perks back on and see how that compares to the Deathclaw Gauntlet. They're both anti-armor. looks like the Slugger has a slight advantage, but I think the Deathclaw Gauntlet more than makes up for it because of the fact of its faster swing speed. So I think we're primarily going to go with the Deathclaw Gauntlet as our main melee weapon. Three swings, 2 on that one, 1 on that one, that was good. Now let's see. Oh, yeah, let me take demolitions off and go throw makeshift warrior on. And let's see if we can go ahead and throw on another claw onto this gauntlet. Extra claw. Is it a nice little damage buff? Now it definitely does more damage than the super sledge. Alright, let's see if we missed any of the ghouls. And let's try our triple claw, death claw gauntlet on them. Alright, there's one. 1, 2. Oh. And I overkill them. Is there another one around? I'll grab some of these for later. I don't use them as a gulper smacker, but I do use them as just increased damage for melee. And the +4 to strength is pretty handy at times as well. And unlike Nuka Shine, you don't black out from even the vintage Magic Moonshine. Alright, well, since we were on a ghoul killing spree, I figured the best place to go for ghoul killing is the White Spring Resort. And I do believe I also hear a mole miner treasure hunter, so we're going to go after that as well. We're doing this build / weapon testing. Go ahead and take some melee buffs. And yeah, I should have Psycho Buff on there, not Psycho Tats. Really, Psycho Buff is just basically better than Psycho Tats, but yeah, I guess since for melee, Fury is pretty good too. So we use that, and then we're going to rush in and get busy with that claw. Wow, that sounds like more than one mole miner. Oh, one shot on him. There's 2 of them right there. Run, Forrest, run! Oh, get out of my way. Oh, they move pretty quick for a fat boy. There we go. Alright, there's the first one down. Now, that is noisy. Where is the other one? Let's go. Get these guys up. 2 swings, 1 swing, 1, 2, 1, 2 swings. Oh, my stim packs didn't trigger, or they didn't run fast enough there, it looks like. The auto stim didn't seem to work. You know, meaning by the Porn Survivor is what I mean to say. There we go. There's another mole miner. And there was another one, I just passed it. So that's already 3 we've run into so far over here. Got 1 shot on that one. I think if I get the headshot, they're 1 hit. It's a little harder to get the 1 shots in 3rd person. I should probably switch to 1st person. It's like 2 shots to the body or One shot to the head takes them out. Alright. Okay, where'd number 3 go? He must be downstairs. Okay. This way? Ooh. Oh, another glowing one. Or, no, that's the original one. Oh, here's a mole miner that ghoul must have killed, I guess. I believe I'm on a private server here, so couldn't have been anybody else. He sounds like he's outside. Or is he in here? Oh, I always grab these. Here's a little tip if you're low on caps. Always grab those golf outfits, because if you have your charisma pretty high up when you sell stuff, you can get 29 caps a piece on those. And they only weigh 0.1, so that's why I find it being a golf outfit seller is a pretty decent way to make a few caps. Okay, I was thinking 3. I think this is number 4. There we go. It was number 4. Oh, we got a red stag that wanted to join the party. And I hear number 5. There you are. I swing and I miss. Okay, come on, get him. Get him, get him, get him. There we go. He's mutating. There we go. Looking for some friends to help him, I guess. I think that was enough killing of the ghouls. Gurk is strong, like Grognak. Alright guys, well that's going to about wrap this one up. The only thing I have left to do on this character, I would say, is to get them some better armor. And I'm going to be attempting to re-roll some armor for that purpose. I've got a set of Brotherhood of Steel heavy combat armor I just threw together that I'm going to turn into legendary armor for a variety of good effects for a full health style character. If you have any questions, please leave them down below or comments. Don't forget to hit that like button as well as turn on notifications so that you'll know whenever I put up a new video. I do have a giveaway coming up at 1,000 subs, and this is going to be it. This is Gamer Gurk signing out, saying live long and game on.